People didn't understand or didn't really know what they were going to get that day. They were just hopeful that people would turn out. And what they got was what I think might still be the largest gathering of individuals here in Washington, D.C. on a march for equality and civil rights. About 250,000 people showed up that day. Buses came from everywhere. They lined the Constitution Avenue. They stretched out from the Capitol building pretty much back down to 16th Street. People came wearing their best clothes. They were wearing their Sunday best. So not only did you have these thousands of people coming, but they came dressed like they were coming to a church service. So you're looking at thousands of people who had come to talk about inequality, to talk about jobs and fairness for all people in the United States. This wasn't just black folks who showed up here. It was, you had white activists, you had people from all different ethnicities who had come to basically call on America to be who we say we want America to be. Dr. Martin Luther King, when he got up, the speech that he delivered, the march itself has kind of been boiled down to the last 5 minutes of that speech, where he talks about, I have a dream today, and where he lays out this vision for what that dream is. And what his dream was what he thought America could become and what America could be if it lived up to the edict of equality for all men and fairness and justice for all men, regardless of race and creed. And he looked out, and I've had a couple of historians say it to me, Jonathan Higby, and one of them, he said, you know, he looked out, he's got 250,000 people standing there on the mall for as far as the eye can see, and he decided, hey, this is one really big congregation, so I'm just going to go for it. And who was going to stop him? It was Martin Luther King Jr. When you start talking about wanting to live in a nation where people, when he talked about the character of my kids, what he's really talking about is people one day living in a world where you look at me as an individual. You don't look at me immediately and see my color and start making conclusions about who you think I am because of my race. You get to know me, you communicate with me, you speak to me, you get to know my dreams, my fears, the things that I want, because you'll discover that a lot of the things that I want are probably similar to yours, that our path forward are kind of similar because we want the same thing for this nation. We want it to be a great nation and to actually live up to all things and to be a beacon to other people who still try to come here.